Oh, hey everybody, and welcome to the sixth or seventh episode of the Gymnastics Stays Life podcast with um Oscar and Michaela. And today, today, we are going to play a real silly little game that has nothing to do with nothing. So everybody, I'm just telling y'all to get out y'all feelings already. Um, we are going to because Oscar found this video that I find just so fascinating. Um, can you share the video so we can listen to Christine
Yeah,
read the Americans for filth?
definitely. Hey, everybody. I'm going to say this is episode 7
I think it's episode 7 too.
because I don't count that 45-minute episode we did. But I guess it's 7.5. But we're going to call us, I'm calling it 7. I don't know about
Okay,
Michaela.
okay, that's fair.
So the video Michaela's talking about um, was from the BBC footage of the Rio Olympics. And Christine still is talking. I found the video recently because Alicia posted it on YouTube. So thank you so much for posting all those great videos, Alicia.
Okay, that's fair. Go ahead.
I'm looking for her.
Okay.
How's everybody's December going?
Can y'all believe that we're in December? Can y'all believe this year is almost over with? Like this year has just flown by ridiculously fast.
It definitely did. But I don't know. I'm really looking forward to 2026. Am I alone on that?
Um, you're not alone. I'm ready for the year to restart, most definitely. Um,
I have this feeling like 2026 could be my best year yet. I don't know why.
oh, that's a nice feeling.
I know. I'm so grateful to have that feeling. Usually, I'm like feeling so bad this time of the year.
Mm, Winter blues.
Hey, Nisha.
Hey, niche. Okay, can y'all see it? Yes.
The big thought is that the Americans are very dominant. They don't, other than on vault and Simone Biles on floor, they don't actually really do anything different to the other teams. They just do it so much more consistently. And I think the big reason is that they have to fight so hard to make the team. That if they're not prepared to do the training and consistently put the work in, then there's someone else ready to take their place. And that's their big strength, really.
And probably have a B team which could finish second.
No. Like Biles makes a big difference. Biles makes a big difference when she will finish this qualification 2 marks up on every other gymnast. The big
So we played it as loud as we could, but do you want to tell our listeners basically what she said in essence?
In essence, oh God, what's the guy's name?
The man?
Mitch.
Who cares? Christine and this man.
This man was just like he was saying that the Americans were so dominant at that Olympic Games that even if they sent their B team then would be fighting for medals as well.
If
And
not
then
gold or silver behind the A team.
correct. And then Christine was like, "Oh wait, hold on now. Wait a minute. Let's not be too silly. Hold on, because without Simone, and that's a great sentiment in the realm of things. But this is 2025. 2016, baby.
Bring us back to 2016. What was going on? What was the gymnastics landscape?
Was there even a gymnastics landscape? You had Euryssia Daki and the Romanians. Well, they fell off at this point in time. China was doing what they've always done and falling all over the place.
China was on the. They were medaling at every Worlds and this Olympics. They hadn't quite fallen off the way they have recently as a team.
Okay. Well, I know Russia wasn't
Russia
at their
2015. Russia missed the podium. They were fourth. This was my
and
quad that I watched, like was paying closer attention to.
correct. And they didn't have Victoria not listing over my God. Komova here. And then Aliyah Mustafina was very, very, very
Injured.
injured. There we go. She wasn't the same caliber of athlete she was. I know she won a bunch of medals here, but she just was nowhere near where she was 2014, 2013, 2012, 2010.
Even though she had a good showing in 2015 at the inaug the inaugural the first European Games.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just a slow decline that whole quad, I would say.
correct. Um,
This was Rebecca Andrade and Flavia Sarajeva's first Olympic Games.
but not even as a team because Brazil didn't even qualify as a team. So
They did. I think they came in eighth in the team final. Let me double check, but I'm pretty.
I don't think they qualified as a team to that Olympics. I think it was just,
They
or
definitely
maybe.
had a team in qualification because you had Hippolito, Danielle Hippolito. I remember that very vividly.
Oh yeah, Brazil knocked the Romanians out of going to the Olympics.
So Brazil qualified fifth as a team, and in the team final, they finished eighth. Lorraine was there and Jaje. So they had their 2024 team basically, besides the
Basically, Hippolito was replaced by Julia Suarez.
That's right.
Um,
So
no,
why
that probably.
did Christine say the Americans could send a B team that would challenge for gold or silver behind the A team? She went out of her way to say no one on this US team is doing anything unique or that stands out or noteworthy besides Simone Biles on floor. So she doesn't care about Gabby Douglas or Madison Kosian on bars. She doesn't care about Ali Raisman on floor. She doesn't care about Lori Hernandez on beam. She doesn't care about Simone's Chong. I thought that was really funny.
It was, and the reason why I wanted to do the show because I wanted to take her statement and to see if it was true or not. Because okay, before we could even get there, who would have been the Olympic B team?
Yeah. I think there were a couple different ways it could go. It could have gone. Should we throw out some names or do you want to keep talking about what gymnastics was like in 2016?
I was asking you who do you think would have been the B team?
Okay. Well, let me tell you. I think the way I want to work it out would be to throw out all the names and narrow it down from there.
Okay.
So I can think of Ashton Locklear.
Who I think would have definitely been on the B team just to do bars.
I can think about, Reagan Smith was an Olympic alternate. Um,
Probably would have been the all arounder on the B team.
Margaret Nichols. She made the 2015 World Team.
Marta might have still hated her and not have taken her even to a B team.
Brenna Dowell. She made 2015 Worlds.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Let's keep throwing out names.
Okay. Maybe they could have put. Was Elizabeth Price still around?
No, she didn't. No.
Okay, what about what's her name? What's her name? She had an Almanar. Rachel Gowie?
I don't think she was around in 2016. I think she was hurt or didn't try to.
Christina
No,
Desider.
Rachel, I'm lying. I'm lying. Rachel Gowie damn sure went to the Olympic trials because that's when she debuted the Randy two layout step out. So I know she was there.
Okay, so she's in the mix. There was Christina Desiderio. There was Amelia Hundley. There was Lexi Priestman still around?
Um, I don't think so.
Okay. Maybe. Anyone else you can think of?
Okay, from the names that you mentioned, I definitely think Skinner, Maggie, and Reagan so far.
Oh, Skinner. That's 6. Okay.
Skinner, Maggie, Reagan, and Ashton would have been 4 people that I think would have securely been on that B team.
Okay. So which events do we need covered after those 4?
Okay, so Maggie was going to do the all around. Reagan was going to do the all around. I guess I have to put Skinner in the all around on this team. I don't, but I can't think of nobody else to do the all around. Ashton is just doing bars, so do I have a person who can do 3 events from maybe like Alyssa Beckerman, but I think she was
Oh, I
hurt.
forgot about her, Alyssa Bauman. I think she got injured
Bauman,
at trials.
I do too, so she was hurt. Um,
I feel like we named all the girls.
if I feel like it's yeah, I feel like we named all the girls, so we just have to put somebody on the team, huh?
Okay, let me look at these scores from trials.
Everybody's saying Brenda Dowell. It's just it makes sense. It makes sense. It's just
Let's
I'm
look at
trying to
these. Let's look at
I'm
these trials results.
I'm trying to prove Christine wrong, but she might be making a point for herself. Uh
Michaela,
huh.
could you please share the screen so we can look at the trials results?
Oh, I didn't know it popped up. Okay.
In my mind, it just like pops up so big you couldn't possibly not see it. It must be small. So the first page, Simone, Lauren, Alexandra, Michaela Skinner 4th, um, Reagan, Maggie, Gabrielle, Madison, Amelia, Brenna, Rachel, Christina, Emily, Child. That's a name the one name that did not come up, and Ashton Locklear. So let's just look at these all around. Who had the best all around total? Just to confirm, it would be those 3. Reagan 59.05, Michaela
Okay,
59.45, and Maggie 59.35. So Reagan, based off of those scores, would be the third all arounder.
I wouldn't let Michaela Skinner do the all around.
Even though she had the best all around single day, 1 day total at trials.
Correct. I would go. My all arounders would be Reagan, Maggie, and Brenda Dowell. I'm bringing Ashton to just do bars. Emily and Skinner do 3 events.
Okay. Do we? Who's making finals? Do we think if that's our team?
Well, first I need scores to see if this team even makes sense. Because to me, it sounds good, but then that could be some bullshit right there, bitch. Brenda Dowell,
Well, do you see Brenna's scores right on the screen?
barely. I need you to read them for me, baby.
Okay, Brenna vault 14.85 and a 15.1 for a Yurchenko double. On bars 14.9, 14.95. On beam 13.6, 14.15, and on floor 14.55, 14.5. That's like a 58.7 on day 2.
And you see, I'm hearing because from my 2025 numbers, I'm like, damn, these 14.5 sound really good. But then I have to think in 2016, those was really low scores because you was breaking 15s across the board for good scores in 2016. So, um,
Dang, Lori beat Ali both days in the all around by like a point.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I feel comfortable with putting Brenda Dowell on my team. I feel comfortable with the team that I picked. How would you select your team? National team coordinator, Oscar.
So I would definitely Ashton would be my first pick because I think she could medal on bars. I think my top all arounder maybe would be mm, probably Reagan Smith. Um, and I think she would make the all around final. I think oh, it's been a while since I watched this meet. I've watched this meet many times, but it's been a while. These Michaela Skinner scores look really inflated.
They are. That's why I'm saying I see what she got on paper, and this is kind of why I again y'all hate when I do this. Marta knew her business, bitch. She knew not to believe these national scores, baby. She was like, bitch, you never getting that on the world stage. And was mostly right. Of course she was wrong sometimes, but mostly like with this bullshit, Marta was like, bitch never. Bitch never.
So 2015 Maggie Nichols would be my all arounder for sure, but
But
she was not at the same level,
no, she was not.
unfortunately, based off of the performances we saw. So I don't think we have a lot of options here.
It is the B team now. So all of your best options went to the A team.
Um, Definitely not a lot of options if we're optimizing, potential medals and finals. Um, I think I'm taking Maggie and Brenna. I just don't know which of them would be better for the all around.
Why can't you use them both in all around?
Because I'm using Reagan. Oh, the 3 of them?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I would do that. That's what you did anyway, right?
Correct.
And then Skinner or Amelia Hundley or Rachel Gowie. Now, Rachel Gowie had a lot of potential, but she wasn't putting it all together, unfortunately, the way I remember it. I think we're in agreement about what the team should have been.
Cool. Let's write that down. So the 2020 wrong year, the 2016 Olympic Rio B team would have been, as our primary all arounder would have been Reagan Smith. Then behind Reagan Smith, as our other two all arounders would have been Maggie Nichols and Brenda Dowell. Then behind them, I would have used Ashton just on bars. Maybe Beam. I think Ashton Beam probably. But see, Ashton was better on Beam than Michaela, but Michaela had more difficulty. So at the end of the day, they're going to score about the same. I'm going. I'm using Ashton for beam and bars. I'm using Michaela just for vault and floor.
Reagan Smith, all around. Ashton, you're using her beam, you said?
Beam and floor.
No, she doesn't do floor. She does bars and beam.
That's what I meant to say.
But I'm surprised you want to put her up on beam. Over
I
Skinner.
think
Over Skinner.
I think they're gonna score about the same at the end of the day. Like Ashton has less difficulty, but better form, better execution, better leaps. But Skinner has more difficulty, but she suck at all of that shit. So I think at the end of the day, they equal each other out on beam.
I understand the logic. How does she spell her name?
Mm.
Michaela.
I agree, Nisha. Rio is not one of my favorite Olympic games, but
It was
it's been
better
a.
this watch back, I thought.
That's what I was gonna say. Rewatching it, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not so bad.
It's not so bad. It was just so boring because the US girls were just so consistent, in my opinion.
I can feel that. It was definitely the first Olympics that it was like the American show, and everybody else was. Even in London, it wasn't like the American show like that. Like it was, but it didn't feel like it.
They had to prove themselves, and this is what we expected in Rio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's first up on vault? The sacrificial lamb.
So, before we even get there, what is the? If you can go back to the Olympic results, Oscar, I'm so sorry that I have you jumping back and forth so much. I
No,
want to know what is the bronze medal winning score from who came in third in Rio? Was it the Russians?
you mean in the team final?
Correct. What is the score that we're chasing to see if the Americans could have medals?
I know it was China, and their score in the team final was 176.003. So China and Russia improved their scores from qualification in the team final, whereas the US dropped their score just a little bit.
What was do you know the qualification score for the top three? The third place person?
Yeah, so they flip flopped. China qualified second, and Russia qualified third. Russia had a 174.620, so 1.4 down.
So we're trying to chase a 174 here with this team just to see what they're going to do in qualifications. Okay. Okay, so in qualifications, I'm going. So what? Okay, so in Rio, I'm pretty sure it's the same shit as it is now. But refresh my memories. What is the qualification lineups? Is
They put up four
three.
and they count three.
Okay, so I'm going with starting our own vault. My four vaulters I'm using in qualifications would be
Well, you've
Me-
already decided that. I think we put up Maggie first because I think
oh
Brenna's throw. Did Brenna throw the Almanar? I think she threw the double.
no, the Arminar been
Okay,
gone by 2016. Like
but maybe
no,
she's bringing it back when she makes the team.
no, no.
Okay,
I would rather her try her hardest bar routine than to her try a Arminar. Like this is already the B team. If she get hurt, Oscar, who the hell we gonna replace her with?
good point. That's a good point.
um. So let's just use the scores that they actually got, so we won't just be making up scores.
Okay, but these scores, I feel like they're inflated, but they're things that suggest otherwise. Like some, it's all about performance too. Simone scored higher than she did at the trials at the actual Olympics. Um, okay, so we'll say, and we're choosing. I'm just gonna pick their better score from the 2 days, right?
Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just be fair.
Okay, so Brenna and Maggie both got 15 ones on ball. Reagan got a 14-7, and Michaela got a 15-5. So Reagan's up first, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Reagan was the weakest falter on this team.
Okay, on to bars.
It would have to be. Who's the weakest bar worker on this team? I'm not using Michaela on bars. I'm not using her on bars,
Oh,
even though
good.
I know. So it would have to go. It would have to be
It's a tie.
Reagan, Maggie,
That's right.
um, Brenna.
Can you
Um,
read what I'm typing? Is it big?
um, I can see it. I'm just no, and it's not you. It's just I'm blind. But
Here, I'll blow it up. That's the biggest I can make it.
okay,
So Reagan and Maggie scored 14 sixes, and Brenna was able to score a 14.95.
which still for that total points was kind of weak on bar because the best bar workers were scoring like a point better than that.
Right, but there was a big drop off, from the top
Hmm.
five or whatever. It was hard to get into the 15s on bars.
It was, and Aston was scoring like a 15-7.
Pretty much 15.75.
That sounds about right to me.
Okay, what do you think for Beam?
Um, between Michaela or Ashton, who was scoring better at trials?
What do you think?
I think it was Michaela,
It was.
but I just don't believe those scores because then she scored like a 14-5 or something like that. Or maybe that was at nationals.
Just a reminder, we're talking about their. I'm just choosing their best score. So a lot of these gymnasts have like one really. Their scores are really far apart, right? So
Yes.
Michaela's better score was 14.85. Ashton's better score was 14.4. We would put Ashton up first.
Yeah, but again, like I'm saying, I don't believe that 14.8 from Michaela Skinner. I don't believe it's possible.
Oh,
I
excuse
just
me. Sorry, Brenna would be first. Wait, we're not using Michaela on Beam.
I was asking to see if it even made sense. Like if she had a score that was like reasonably that I could use her, but that
Now I
14
understand.
yeah, that 14.8 just didn't make any sense.
So it's up to us. Do we want to put Ashton or Michaela?
I mean, I'm perfectly cool with asking just doing one event. It's just yeah, okay. If I'm gonna use the scores they got at Olympic trials, I can't then be like I don't believe it because then it's lots of scores that I don't believe that I'm still using. So I'm
But
gonna pick.
by that logic, Michaela, we would have Michaela as the top all arounder.
Yeah, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, I'm sorry, Michaela Skinner, but I'm cool with Ashton just doing one event.
Okay.
I feel better with saying Michaela Skinner could do beam than saying she should do bars over anybody else on that team. Like
Michaela's best bar score was a 14.4, which would be the worst, but not by much. Okay, so I'll put Michaela on beam, but actually Brenna had the worst beam, so she goes first. She got a 14.15.
uh,
Then do we have Michaela or Maggie? Maggie got a 14.9 and Michaela got a 14.85. And
oh,
Reagan,
hold on. I'm so sorry, Urza. Let me find your comment. I didn't mean to.
is that Urza?
I didn't mean to delete your comment if that's what just happened. I didn't mean to do anything. I'm sorry if that seems very shady. I didn't mean to do it, daughter. I didn't mean to do it. Uh,
I didn't know that
Here,
was Urza. Hey Urza, miss you.
Dakota. Yeah, that's Urza. That's their. I think that's their real name.
Okay,
Uh,
up this spot. You ready for
okay,
Flora, or are you still
but
looking at the comment?
no. I'm real comfortable with those with what we're with the scores that we put up now, just based on what I've seen the Americans got at the Olympics. Like this don't seem too wild, actually.
It doesn't at all. It's just wild to pretend like we would get 16 hits from these girls.
Correct, but again, this was the Marta Caroli era, and had they shot at the Olympics, they could have had their best day of their lives.
Yeah, maybe anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Like Mariah Carey says, nothing is impossible at all.
Mm.
So on floor,
On floor, what do you predict the lineup is going to be based off of the scores?
I think floor is going to be this team's best event. I think we're going to go Maggie first, then Brenna, then Skinner, then Reagan.
We have Brenna with a 14.55. We have Maggie with a 14.9.
Really? Wow.
We have Reagan with a 14.7.
Really? Wow.
And we have Skinner with a 14.8. So that would be Brenna.
Yeah,
Then
Floor would be there. Mm, yeah, I think Floor would be their best. Floor of all.
I think vaults. Not doing any math, just looking at the numbers. I think vault would be their best scoring event.
Hmm. But Floor is their most. Everybody is equally like right around each other.
They're pretty bunched up. So I will add the top 3 scores from each event.
Yes.
On vault, the US is scoring 45.7. In qualifications, that would be the second best vault score behind the United States.
Period.
The US scored 46.966, 1.266 ahead. 45.7. And Brazil was second with a 45.299.
And that's because Ruby Hat was doing Almanars.
On bars, the US B team is scoring 45.3. And that would put them not as high. That would put them in 4th place ahead of China, who had 45.166. But
Wow, that's surprising.
behind
China,
Germany, 45.699. US was second, 46.632. And Russia was first, 46.649. On balance beam, the USB team is scoring a 45.05. That would put them behind the Americans, who scored 45.832, but way ahead of second place, which was the Netherlands, who scored 43.732.
come on, the Waiver sisters.
And Celine Van Gerner and Athora Thorstetier. Okay, floor. I did not need a calculator for this one. Very easy numbers. 44.4. So by far their lowest scoring event.
But in 2016, Floor was everybody's lowest scoring event overall.
So the USA team scored a 45.808. And the second highest floor total was from Italy, who scored 43.42. Interestingly, Italy did not qualify to the team final.
they fucked up on other events.
So now, should we take a look at how this would play out in the team final?
Yes, because what I'm just gonna do is just take the top 3 scores from each event, and those are the 3 finalists.
What do you mean? That's what I just did for the qualification.
Period. I just said like we don't have to like re-rate the rules. Like those are just gonna be what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, team final. Very quickly. Vault 45.7. That would be just a fraction of a tenth, a third of a tenth behind Russia, who was second. So they would be in third.
Where were they qualified to? I'm so sorry, I forgot to ask that question. What
Oh, what a good question, Mikhail. I didn't add the scores.
I wonder what event they. I wonder if they would have started on vault with the A team, or would they started on bars?
Should we look at who would have qualified for finals as well?
Yeah,
Okay, they scored a big 180.45. That puts them comfortably into second behind the USA team.
period.
The US scored 185.238. USD team scores 180.45. And China is at 175.279. Now we'll look who would have qualified where. Can you read out the scores for me?
Sure. Um, vault. We got Reagan at a 14-7.
Right, but only Michaela is doing 2 vaults, right?
Correct. And she would have made vault finals, so we could just put her on vault finals. We don't need to have ads. Was she the only one doing 2 vaults at that time? Yes, yes, yes. So then we have uneven bars. I think the only question would be Ashton and Brenna. Brenna scored a 14-9. Does that qualify her?
I was curious about the vault now. Michaela. Doesn't look like they're showing the 2 vaults in this PDF, which is annoying. Okay, sorry. So what was your question?
Maybe Michaela didn't do 2 vaults at trial because she didn't have to.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well,
I'm
Simone was the only
no.
American in the
Yeah,
final.
I'm sure. No, I'm sure she was doing 2 vaults because she. Whatever, whatever. Um.
Let's do the all around first, and then but we had to do all this math, Michaela. Who would qualify to the all around?
Let's do the event final first, and then we get to the all. Let's do the event final first. I'll help you with the math with all around when we get there.
Okay, so
Um.
bars.
Does
No,
Brenner qualify
no,
with a 14
no,
9? No.
no, no,
Okay.
no, no, no. No one qualifies. You need a 15-3.
Ashton qualifies.
Ashton qualifies. I'm so sorry, Ashton. I got excited. So Ashton, what does she have? A 15-7, 7-5?
Yeah, Ashton was a medalist potential.
I guess if you take out Madison and Gabby, then Ashton is qualifying second behind Aaliyah.
Yeah, keep Madison and Gabby in there. Ashton still is a medal contender with that 14. I mean that 15-7, like cause the bronze medalist won bronze with what, a 15-3, a 15-4 or something.
Maybe like a 15-5 or 6. But with both American teams and no 2 per country, Ashton would have been the 3rd highest American and qualified in 4th.
Okay. But see, it's no 2 per country, Oscar, because it's a different team.
I know. I'm just making sure everyone who's watching understands our logic.
Okay. And Beam, it would be between Maggie and Reagan. And Maggie's lowest score was a 14-9. Does that qualify her to being final?
Yeah, that was her highest score, and it would put her in.
I mean, Maggie was the lowest American score that could have qualified. That's what I meant to say. I'm so sorry.
Well, I think Michaela could have qualified too.
She would have been 2 per country by Maggie and Reagan.
Okay, so complicated. So Maggie and Reagan had scores that were high enough. In 5th place was Catalina Ponor in the qualification, and she got 14-9.
Oh, okay, okay. So hell,
And
even Skinner could have qualified to this damn final.
yeah, the eighth qualifier was Isabella Onishko from Canada with a 14.533.
Okay. Okay.
So Reagan's 15.3 would have put her in third, ahead of Flavia with a 15.133, and behind Simone and Lori.
Okay. And floor finals, we have um Skinner and Nichols.
Great. What did they score?
Skinner scored a 14.8 and Nichols scored a 14.9.
Okay. Skinner's 14.8 would put her into, well, let's do from the top up because she's behind Maggie, right? So
Yeah.
Maggie would be, she would qualify third behind Simone and Ali. And then after that, and she's ahead of Vanessa Ferrari, 14.866, who splits the Americans from the B team.
Okay.
So 2 beam spots, 2 floor spots, 1 vault, and 1 bars. And now we'll look at the all around.
Uh-huh. And the all around is between Reagan, Maggie, and Brenna. So uh, let's just do each person one at a time. So the scores that I'm seeing is Reagan got a 14.7 on vault. Reagan got a 14.6. Is that what that says? On uneven bars. Then she got a 15.3 and some change. No, 15.3 even on beam, and then a 14.7 on floor,
And that would give her a 59.3.
which is a very strong score. Which is a
Definitely.
very. And then we have Maggie Nichols, who on vault has a 15.1. On floor has a 14.8. On balance beam has a 14.9. And on floor has a 14.9. Damn, Maggie, you still could have been a player at this damn Olympic Games. Shit.
So she gets a 59.5.
That puts her ahead of or equals.
That's 0.2 ahead of Reagan.
Okay. And then Brenda Dowell, I think you're the odd woman out, but let's play this game. Brenda also gets a 15.1 on vault. Brenda gets a 14.9 on bars. Brenda gets a 14.15 on beam. And Brenda gets a 14.55 on floor.
That's right. So she gets a 58.75 and is 2 per country now.
But not by a lot. Not by a lot.
Not at all. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
So I think Reagan and Maggie makes it to the all around. Easily. Easily. Where would that qualify them in the all around?
So Brenna would be, or let's go from the top. Reagan would be, we're counting the American A team, right? So
Hmm.
Reagan Smith is, oh, it's so annoying they don't show you Gabby's total because she should be there, right? This is qualification.
Uh-huh.
So Gabby still is outscoring all these girls with a 60.131.
Wow. And then y'all want to justify Gabby not being on this Olympic team. This just justifies Gabby being this justifies that team. Wow.
So after Gabby in third, 61.31, there's a huge gap before we get to Rebecca Andrade. We have Reagan would easily, or Maggie and Reagan would qualify fourth and fifth. And then Brenna actually, they would qualify fourth, fifth, sixth. because Rebecca scored a 58.732 and Brenna has a 58.750.
So the Americans would have qualified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
That's right.
Wow.
That is right. Look at us doing all this math. I'm sure this is so boring, but I'm having fun doing it.
I'm having fun actually too.
Now should we look at the finals?
Yes.
Okay, great. Should we go in chronological order, starting with the team final?
Yes.
So the American B team qualified in second comfortably.
So they would be doing vault with the 18.
And they're very lucky that they get to count the exact same scores both days of competition. So in second place is Russia with a 176.688. The American B team is blowing that score away.
So in theory, in Christine's theory of hold on now, she's dead ass wrong. Not only would the Americans come in medal easily, their B team, they would blow everybody else away by a lot, if not counting for falls, of course.
Let's listen to what Christine said one more time.
Okay.
Oh, good. I'm so glad, Urza.
The big thought is that the Americans are very dominant. They don't, other than on vault and Simone Biles on floor, they don't actually really do anything different to the other teams. They just do it so much more consistently. And I think the big reason is that they have to fight so hard to make the team. That if they're not prepared to do the training and consistently put the work in, then there's someone else ready to take their place. And that's their big strength, really.
And probably have a B team which could finish second.
No.
Wow.
Biles makes a big difference. Biles makes a big difference. When she will finish this qualification 2 marks up on there.
Wow, guys. We're going to go back to looking at the things, but I just wanted to show our faces. That guy was right. That's exactly what he said. He said they would, working off of our crazy flawed logic. They would
Of crazy flawed logic, crazy. You got to
second.
take into consideration that we're saying that nobody fall. We're saying that all the scores they got at trials would have been consistent across the board. Like, and hell, they could have scored higher because some people score higher than they've been scoring at trials. Like Ali scored way higher on bars here than she scored at trials. So
Mm. So is Christine full of shit?
by that comment, she was. When we was up here trying to scrape a team together, Oscar, I didn't think it would be that cut and dry. But yeah, not only would America's B team be competitive, they would have cleared the girls. They would have cleared everybody but the A team. Like,
I hate it, but I think it makes sense. But yeah. This is just fun and games. Like, there's so many variables, like we've said over and over again, that we're not taking account for, but into account. It's fun. Should we keep going?
sure, do I think the American B team could have contend for other medals other than the team? That's the question. That's another, not the question, but another interesting question to me.
Could we pull the results back up, please?
Oh shit, yes.
Great. So I'm assuming that the girls are doing great in the all arounds.
Most definitely. I think Reagan and
Dia really improved in the all around versus qualifications, but is it enough to knock these girls out?
yeah, I think by what we're saying, I think Maggie would have came in third behind Allie and Simone in the all around.
So in the all around finals, Rebecca Andrade scored significantly lower. Gabrielle Douglas was not present, and Aaliyah Mustafa really improved her score, but she only scored a 58.665, which is lower than all three of the all around totals from the USB team.
Hmm.
So there we have it. And then we're not really looking at vault because we can't find Skinner's second vault score. On bars, a 15.75 from Ashton Locklear would have comfortably won her the bronze, ahead of Sophie Schader from Germany, who scored 15.566. On the balance beam, we have Reagan Smith and Maggie Nichols, right?
Yeah, and I think Reagan comes in third behind Stany and Lori.
Very close. Lori's only at 15.333. Oh my gosh, and you know what? So, yes, Reagan bumped Simone out of third, but Simone actually isn't even in fourth. She's in fifth because Maggie's in fourth.
Wow.
Okay, last but not least, we have Floor. Remind me who we have and what they scored, please.
We have Skinner with a 14.8 and Maggie with a 14.9.
Ooh, so close, but so far they're gonna be in fourth and fifth behind Amy Tinkler from GB with a 14.933.
Cool, cool, cool. So competitive on all events. I think the B team would have came out with a bronze from Skinner on vault. I think they would have came out with the bronze from Ashton on bars. I think they would have came out with a bronze from Reagan on beam, and a very close fourth place for Maggie Nichols on floor.
I'm trying to put their medals.
And Maggie then wins an all around bronze medal behind Simone and Allie. So every member on this team walk away.
A silver in the team.
Everybody from this team walk away with an individual bronze medal and a team silver medal,
Except for Brenna.
except for Brenna.
I don't think Brenna made a event final either.
She did not, but she
Yeah,
was a good person to be. I think she still was a good person to put on this team because her scores basically contribute or was place setters on all events.
yeah. I was gonna say she was like the Gabby Douglas, but Gabby Douglas made a bars final.
Brenna almost made a bars final.
Ah, not really, but yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
she would have. Maybe she would have threw a Lopez out of nowhere and made the vault final.
that's possible for sure. I just love that Christine said it though, even if she may or may not be right.
I love that she said it too, but she definitely was not. Well, again, on paper, because that's all we're doing right now, because this isn't reality. So on paper, she was absolutely being a hater. On paper, the Americans definitely could have sent two teams here and blowing them girls away.
But she's a smart lady, and she knows that gymnastics is not about what's on paper.
Correct.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about this.
I I I I just I don't. I think we covered this in depth.
I think so too.
Wow, we spent a whole hour on this shit. Okay. Um um I really wish I had. Oh, we just sat up there behind the scenes and said what we were going to fucking talk about. Uh,
Yeah, you said you had another thing that you were hoping was going to come to you.
I know it is so had not. It's so had not. But I do want to say this,
Okay.
daughter, because I have two of my three gymnastics daughters on the line right now. I have my youngest baby, Urza. I think you're my oldest daughter because my other child is Brody, and Brody is somewhere in between y'all. No, Brody might be older than you. Yeah, I think you and Brody are about the same. Okay, anyhow, Nastia Liukin should have been the 2008 Olympic floor champion. I understand that at any given moment in time, you may get a different message from me, but trust me, I'm saying this with my whole chest out. All D cup titties, 38 D cup titties out. Nastia Liukin should have been the Olympic floor champion in 2008. Fuck Sandra Abasha, fuck Sean Johnson. It should have been Nastia Liukin.
And I totally agree. I'm just so surprised. I think you only had to go back to like episode 3 of this show, Gymnastics Saves Lives, to kind of feel like there's something different. It's when we were talking about who should have won the all around, Sean or Nastia. Do you still feel like Nastia should have won the all around? Oh, sorry. Do you still feel like Sean should have won the all around? That's what you were saying.
Yes.
Okay.
I understand why Nastia won, right? I do agree that Nastia should have won. I'm just saying, Sean didn't do nothing that bad for Nastia to then switch the results. Like every other time out of that year, the reason why Nastia beat Sean is because Sean fell.
But
But
isn't the point that Sean basically was being consistent, and it was not, it was all about Nastia's improvement? You know, Sean was scoring the same basically that she did in qualifying, but Nastia was way better.
Yes, I get that. I completely get that. I hear what y'all say. I'm not. Nastia had the absolute best performance of her entire career at that Olympic Games. She did. I just feel like Sean's start values, and again, this is why they kind of changed the rules again after that Olympics. But I just feel like Sean's start value should have did Nastia in. Like I just, but it didn't, and I'm happy that Nastia won. It's just Sean was doing the arm in R. Sean was doing damn a double double and went back to triple twist. Nastia bit trick on floor was head spring front four front double twist. I mean, a big combination, a big combination, but Sean just was doing so much more than Nastia at the time. Like it's just hard for me to fathom that their start values was even similar.
Yeah, I understand that. Why do you think that Nastia should have won the floor final? She had the highest E score.
Oh, that routine was just damn near perfect to me. Like that's why, like all that shit I'm talking about start values to go out the window. That's this floor routine was just damn near perfect to me that night.
I agree. I think it was. But do you think that she should have, her E score should have been even higher, even though it was already the highest?
I think she should have scored in the event finals what she scored in all around finals, which was like 15.5. It was really high. And I think in event finals she scored like a 15.2.
She scored a 15.425 in event finals. But I think she got her highest floor score from the Olympics was 15.55.
I think that was in the all around finals.
That sounds right to me.
I just feel like that routine should have been her highest scoring routine. That's just where I feel like if she scored that in the all around finals, and I feel like this routine was way better than that. I feel like this routine should have been like a 15.8.
Yeah, the third pass alone should have made it higher. The one and a half, one and a half.
Hmm.
Um,
And she actually completed her double turn in L position, where the rest of the Olympics she was like quarter turn short the whole competition.
what do you think about Nastia's bars starting from such a high start value? Do you think does her routine impress you when you look back on it in the same way?
Yeah, I mean, Nastia was doing a whole bunch of highly difficult pirouetting skills back to back to back.
But that's just one portion of her routine. You can't like have the highest start value in the world. You shouldn't be able to with just a th- a third of your routine being very strong. You could have very weak portions also. So tell me, let's go through her routine really quickly. Do you remember what she did?
Yeah, but you also got to remember that Nastia was doing like 15 skills in that routine, and you only had to count like 10. So she was
So
doing
we'll keep track of 10 or 8 if we want to compare to today. Let's go through.
okay. She started off on the low bar with Ray up, which is a straddle toe shoot, but straddle shoot up to high bar,
That's
which
like
is
a
a
B now, but was it always a B?
it was a B or C. It was a lowly rated transition. Um,
I don't think she was ever counting that.
no. Then she was going in bar half, so that's a D. That's her first skill she's counting. Then
Hmm.
she's going Indo Stalder, which is a D.
Was a
Then-
C for a while.
No, she was doing it out of inverted giant, so it always was a D.
Oh, don't embarrass me like that. That's my weak point. That's one of my weak points.
And that's one of my strong points, Donna.
As we complement each other.
So so DD. Then she was going Ono turn E, Healy turn E.
Ono
Oh,
is L to reverse, right?
Ono is L to regular grip.
What I
Healy,
call reverse. So
yes.
doing an endo in L grip, is it the same now that they've so it used to be that I don't know about 2008, but I think like the
Yeah,
Rio,
you're right.
the Tokyo
No,
that went an endo from regular reverse grip was a
was a
C.
C. Yes.
You do it now that they've raised it to a D. If you do it in L grip, is it an E?
No, it's still a D.
So now they're the same.
Correct.
Okay. So she goes in bar half to does she end the in bar half in L grip?
Yes.
But you can do an in bar half to regular reverse grip, right?
Most people do it that way.
So confusing that you have the option. Okay. So in bar half, endo L grip. Then she does the Ono.
Oh no. That's her third counting skill,
Then she does a Healy.
which is her fourth counting skill, and they're both E's. So she's counting two D's and two E's so far.
And she's back in L grip.
Correct. So now she's doing oh no half, which is another E.
How does she end? Does it matter how you end your Ono, how you end your Ono before you go into the half turn? Like, does she cheat it, or does it not really matter?
It doesn't matter, I don't think.
Do you think she could do a Ling ever?
You're asking me too many questions while I'm trying to remember what her bar routine was. I don't know.
It's then she does the ginger.
Okay, so then she does the Ono half into a Ginger, which
That's 5. The
and
ginger.
back then her Ginger, because if her father was smart, he would have submitted the laid out Ginger and would have seen what they would have gave that back in those days, but they just was calling it a regular Ginger,
Right. Which is a
so
D.
which is a D. So that part of her routine was basically her whole start value. She was doing um, 6 skills back to back, 3Ds and 3Es all in combination.
I count 5. In bar half, Ono, Healy, Ono half, ginger. Endo.
Um,
Endo.
endo,
Oh.
yeah, you're missing the endo skill.
Then she does Imbar to Takachev,
So that's 2Ds.
Pax Salto,
That's another solo D. Her biggest deduction in the routine isn't even the hardest skill, but her damn kip half to her damn toe shoot back up, which is one of her biggest deductions in the whole routine.
but those both are currently Bs and probably were Bs back then.
Yeah, she wasn't counting those. So,
So she's at 9. She's just going to count her dismount.
uh, mm, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do you think she does her dismount from L grip?
she does.
Oh, unnecessarily?
Some people can Sky can't do her dismount from regular grip. She has to do it from L grip. So I think it's the same Woga logic that she can't do it from regular grip. She has to do it from L grip.
That is really strange. So
It's a Woga thing. Like a lot of the Woga gymnasts have that same issue.
nothing above an E level skill. Yet she's the hardest routine in the world. No, she doesn't. Beth Tweddle had a 7-8. But anyway, not the point. The point is she could do all that to get a 7-7. Crazy.
Because back in those days, all of those D plus combinations was worth .2 each. So
Wow.
she was killing the start value game by putting all those skills together and then like getting connection points plus. So like that whole first 6 skill sequence was worth so much to that bar routine.
You think she got .2 from Imbar half to Endo?
I think that was a .1. But I
And
think she got a .2 from Endo to the Ono.
and Ono to Healy,
Yeah, huh?
and Healy to Ono half,
Uh-huh.
and then .2 from Ono half to the Ginger.
I think so because it was to a release move.
Do you think she got how much connection value do you think she got for Imbar to Takacha?
.1.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna do the math. And I can't do that. But you're painting the picture for me, and it's really helpful. Thank you. Yeah. I wonder what that routine would start from today.
A whole lot less. A whole lot less because she would have to not be counting 2 skills, so she would have to take away 2 skills. I would hope she would be trying to take away those damn toe shoots up because they're just deduction traps for no reason. She probably would take out the Tkachev because it was very flat, so they would read her for filth and just call the points. Um, she probably would. I would hope she would learn how to do an M bar full to the pack which will be worth way more in this quota points.
That would be great. Or she could. Would it benefit her take one of her forward pirouettes and move it before the dismount?
Absolutely. Like the damn in bar half. I mean the endo half to the
Was
dismount.
was Sky Blakely training? She was training like a. Was it a Healy or a Ling?
A Healy.
Was that before her Jaeger or before her dismount?
She was learning it before her. I don't think she was learning. I don't think she was connecting it to anything. I think she was just trying to learn it.
Oh, okay.
I think we, the fans, was like, we hope it goes in front of this.
Definitely. And I still hope it shows up.
I hope she could get her M bars back, but I hardly doubt that.
Well, that was fun. Do you have anything else you want to talk about today? I'm so down to talk about anything else, but my mind is a little blank.
But mine is a little blank too, and I'm sure the people are watching the Southeast Asian Games, which starts tonight. I think the men's qualification is on now.
Oh my gosh, look at you remembering that. That's so cool that that's happening. I totally forgot. I hope
Um,
Dia sweeps.
let
I
me
hope
see
she
if
throws the syllabus.
Addis is streaming it right now.
I remember last show you said you had absolutely no intention of watching.
Um, I'll watch the women. I can't lie. I'll watch the women.
Great.
The
Maybe we can
men,
talk about it
the
after it's done.
maybe yeah. If I can't say that I'm going to be the most attentive to this competition, but I will do the very best that I can to make sure that I watch as much of this competition as I possibly can.
Great. We can just do like a highlights.
Correct. Um. So yeah, while we're waiting on the NCAA season to start, if I want to do more shows like this, because this was very, very, very fun to me, and
Me too.
this is and I like this. Like I like covering old shit and seeing like what ifs and what happens. It's my one of my favorite things to talk about. Um,
Absolutely. And I think we want to do a show for you guys before the year ends that's just recapping this year in gymnastics.
oh yeah, we're working on that. That's I'm not sure if I'm going to say that's going to be the very next show, but it's going to be before the year ends. It's going to be before the year ends.
Definitely. So stay tuned for that. Get excited for that.
Stay tuned for that. Get excited for that. On Thursday on my other show, me and Addis are interviewing Caroline Price about her book, following the gymnasts of the 2024 Olympic team and just her experience with that. She used to work for Forbes magazine. So that should be exciting. I'm not
I'm
trying to.
excited to watch that. It sounds like she got to interview some really cool gymnasts who we all love. So you guys should check it out too. Um, just so you know, don't think what I did that this is some relative of Elizabeth Price. This is not
Wow. um, yeah. So I know this is a little bit of a brief show, but that's cool because I feel like we actually had a topic. We talked about the topic and we ended the conversation. Like sometimes that happens, you guys. Like sometimes we just have a subject and we actually talk about it and we talked about it and then that's the show. Like, and I feel like that's what we did this week.
yeah, it was great. And we tried to keep it concise.
Correct. So we're gonna end the show. NCAA Urza Urza I hope you're working on your NCAA show, daughter, because we're waiting on that. And we love you all. Coming up shortly, I think it's for the start this week. I know some of these colleges are for to start doing some of their preview shows. So when that starts, I think I'll start getting into the NCAA season more.
Yeah, I think Georgia's doing theirs this week, so I'm excited for that.
I think Addicts has a fantasy gymnastics. I don't think I know he has a fantasy gymnastics league going on. So please join the league if you want to. Um I'm gonna be I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I might be active the first week and then fall off because I don't like fantasy gymnastics, but y'all like it, so I try to be there for y'all. Um um yeah, it's cold, everybody. Like
It's
bundle
so
up.
cold. It's like well below freezing here.
Yeah, Oscar, you need to keep your weather up there. I don't want no snow in Florida this season. I had my experience with the snow. I'm good. I could be happy if I never see that bitch again. Um,
Maybe you need to move somewhere warmer.
I mean, I don't. Where else can I move to, Oscar? Hell, like it's already hot. It's already like Florida is really. Florida is very a tricky place, bitch, because like 1 minute it'll be freezing. Not even the next minute, like 30 seconds later, bitch, it's hot. Like it's just never.
Maybe you should move to Rio.
Um, I don't want to live in Brazil.
No? Okay.
I would rather live in Argentina than Brazil.
Oh, well, that works too.
Well, thank you, daughter. I'm gonna post this video up on the Twitter, and then my daughter will post it up on his YouTube channel very shortly.
Are you not going to post it on your YouTube too? I want you to.
It's on. It's live on my YouTube right now.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, and follow my Facebook page. Since YouTube want to take away a bitch monetization, Facebook really has been like, okay, bitch, we'll give you some coins. So I'm really gonna try to promote content over there on Meta. So yeah, be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, everyone go follow Michaela on Facebook. What's the
We do
Facebook?
have Michaela Saw Speed. There is a Facebook group for the show. This show, not We Love Gymnastics, but it's the original show title called Gymnastics. No, Gymnastics for Everybody. So if you want to join that Facebook group, eventually I'll change the name and work on it.
Yeah, we are working on tweaking a few things for the show, trying to make it better and trying to make it, yeah, continuously improving it. And the
And
best.
especially now that I'm monetized on my Facebook account, I want to create a Facebook group, kind of like those other popular gymnastics Facebook groups, but for us.
I would love that.
I would love that too. I would love that too.
But in the meantime, stay posted because we'll keep you updated on that. But you can subscribe to Michaela's YouTube page. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can like this video and you can leave a comment and you can share it with all your gymnastics friends.
Period. Period. And with that being said, I love, love, love each and every one of you all. Thank you all for tuning in to the foolishness. Thank you all for listening to this podcast. This was a very well. I couldn't. I should need to stop saying it was. We used to do this type of shit all the time. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back because these are my most fun type of episodes. Because my brain can go in 101 different places. So I love you all. I love you, Oscar daughter. I love you all, Nisha and Urza and everybody. And we'll see you all real soon.
Love
Mwah.
you. Kisses.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Oscar. Thank you.